My first impression was when I arrived here in March, beginning of this year, to see the difference with 1991. I mean, 30 years of really progress has been made in the Kurdistan region. My project now started in March to do the Peshmerga reform. And Peshmerga reform is an important process to unify the forces and to make sure for the next threats and the external security for the region is taken care of by one unified Peshmerga force. But that's a slow process. That's nothing very speeding. It's making small steps. But we've made some small steps. So I'm looking back very comfortable, very optimistic that we have made those steps. And my successor will continue. And the same with my predecessors, who have also worked on this process since 2018 and 19. Yeah. It's a vision in one sentence, is one effective, modern, respected Peshmerga force in 25. And we're now in 21. There's a strategic document, it is signed. We are now pushing for an operating concept what will describe the structure and the force size. We see that first and second support command from the 70s and 80s are moved under the Ministry of Peshmerga, but also the 80s and the first brigades of the 70s are now moving on the MOPA. So good news, but still small steps because we need to reorganize the ministry. Absolutely, the positive development is there is a reform directorate inside MOPA that is really focusing on all these projects. There are 26 projects in total. A key project needs to be unlocked. That's about the operating concept, and we need a political agreement for that. But those projects are slowly moving a little bit forward. We have made a timeline for 2022, 23, 24, and hopefully we can succeed and realize this vision in 2025. And if we deliver that vision in 25, I can see that as a real achievement because changes everywhere in the world on big departments are never quick, are always difficult and very slow. Yes, of course. I mean, when trust is broken, it takes a long time to build trust. That's really step by step, very slow. Set up meetings and always focusing on the future. That's what I tell everybody. Don't look back too much. Don't blame others. Don't point fingers. If you point one finger to someone, you're always pointing three fingers to yourself. So please be aware of that. And please look forward. You need to do this for the Kurdistan region, for next generations, for business, for future prosperity. It's for me absolutely clear. And the majority, and that's also very positive, the majority of the public, the majority of the military, the senior decision makers in the top, they all want this. But still we have some what we call blockers all everywhere in the system that needs to be convinced to really make this step. It's friendship, hospitality, it's the Kurdistan people, the Kurdish people are so respectful. I think that's something I can learn better comparing with our Netherlands, Dutch behaviors. I think that's something that I take away with me and I will teach hopefully my daughters as well. But and hospitality, they know this and they are absolutely the best in the world. You can never find a place where the people are so hospitable. My home is your home, your friend is my friend. That's something really unique. It's friendship, hospitality, it's the Kurdistan people, the Kurdish people are so respectful. I think that's something I can learn better comparing with our Netherlands, Dutch behaviors. I think that's something that I take away with me and I will teach hopefully my daughters as well. But and hospitality, they know this and they are absolutely the best in the world. You can never find a place where the people are so hospitable. My home is your home, your friend is my friend. That's something really unique.
And did that also help with you with making connections in the Ministry of Peshmerga?
Absolutely, because you need to build relationships to build trust from my side. Of course, I'm requested here by the Kurdistan region, by the government, so it's a request to help and support. So that's always the first step, that we're not here by ourselves, but really to be here to help. But then they need to know me, they need to trust me with my experience, and it helped that I was here in 1991 as well. And I made this promise to everyone and to you as well. I will be back here next year with my wife as a tourist and a friend. It is clear. First I go back to the Netherlands, to my former job, my position, and then I will go to Naples, Italy, to a NATO position, the Joint Force Command. And that's actually the Joint Force Command that is also overseeing the NATO mission in Iraq. So I will keep an eye on Iraq and the Kurdistan region also in my new position next year in Italy, in Naples.
Oh, so you will keep focusing still on a lot of
on the Middle East and on Iraq and Kurdistan. And who knows, the NATO mission is now still in, I think, in some big steps and moving into some increasement as well in Baghdad, and maybe it will expand to the Kurdistan region. I don't know, that's a political decision, but you never know.
Yeah. Well, hopefully not.
No, I come back, but I like to thank everybody, and especially of course the colleagues that I've known now in the Ministry of Peshmerga for their hospitality, their friendship, and their trust in me, and I really felt so welcome. And I definitely will come back with my wife in the spring next year. Thank you all.